Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome aboard one of my favorite planes in the game. Not because of performance, but because of style. I'm talking here about the Romanian premium rank 3 battle rating 3.7 German ground attacker, the Henschel 129B-2. Well, it is the same vehicle that you also will find in the normal tech tree, although it has a higher battle rating. In realistic, the tech tree version has 3.3 while the premium version has 3.7, but it's exactly the same plane except for the premium bonus, so you have more silver line income and also more research points income and also a different camouflage, the Romanian one. But in every other respect, fully upgraded, the Henschel 129B-2 is the same. So what am I doing here? You know, this is a ground attacker. What am I doing here at 3000 meters? Well, I'm hunting planes. I just felt like it. I was like looking at my tech tree today. I finished a grind on a lot of tier 4 vehicles, upgraded some jets, and I thought to myself, well, where is the fun? Where is the fun? Yes, I had to fly the duck. It's been a long time, too long. I have an entire series dedicated to this plane, the duck talks, so why not just fly it again? And well, those are allied teams. Thank the gods for allied teams. And I'm actually boom and zooming a Spitfire. Yeah, one problem you have with this plane, it's very stiff, it's very hard in handling. It is not, you know, made for this kind of environment. But hey, I guess it works, so you can't really complain. I did my duty. P-47 is coming in, defensive flying. I'm going into an evasive action, and yeah, it was just not quite enough to reverse him like that. The P-47 goes into a dogfight, and let's see how this guy actually manages to do it. I nearly had a gun solution on him, but what a shame. And then another German ground attacker, the Focke-Wulf 190 F8 comes in. And one other reason why I tried this plane out was that I stripped it all off of all additional armament, which enhances the performance, and secured me the kill on the P-47D. Yes, it was a little bit a lucky shot, but hey, kill is kill. And I flew the Focke-Wulf 190 F8 lately as well with the 30mm gun ports, and it's nearly unflyable. So I thought to myself, what about the duck? It has one 30mm gun port that you could use, and it's obviously the best additional armament if you use it. So I just stripped off all additional armament, and you know, let's see how it goes. Rather well. You know, Americans never change. Please keep continuing going head on with everything German. It feels good. That was my third kill on an F6 F5. Yeah. And I'm holding an altitude of around about 1000 meters. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not the recommended playstyle. This is probably 1 in 100 games, although it was my third game this day. And yeah, let's see how if he can have a little bit of an assist on this P-61C. As you can see from the planes that I have to engage and then fly with me, I'm in a full up tier, and I have already 3 kills. How I got those kills is a different question, so please don't take this too serious. So I'm here in a disadvantage, but every ground attacker is kind of used to this situation. Now, recently I also featured another favorite of mine, the AD2 Skyraider, and I got 6 kills. A shame I just had the replay left. So, this P-51D is flying after Focke-Wulf, and I tried to long range snipe it, but German MG151s are not really made for that. They are made for, you know, hammering those mine shells into bombers. Recently they don't work to my satisfaction, but nevertheless, as you can see, there are a lot of blue planes behind one red plane, so I do the sensible thing. I climb in the duck. And I look around. Situational awareness is always very important. So, at this moment, I'm asking myself, what is this P-51 doing? Now, he does not go into a head-on, which he could have done, you know, to maybe trade me. But, you know, he decides to go into, or continue rather, the turn fight. So, let's do it. And, critical hit on the wingtip. 4th kill. Just like that. Oh, I can tell you, that feels good. There is one point of criticism here. I didn't do it for grinding. I just did it for fun. So for all the other players that probably have activated a booster or, you know, had hoped to unlock a plane, there is not enough flying. There is not enough left flying around, which is a shame. But hey, you just go into the battle and have fun, and that's 1 in 100 battles where players like those experience it, hopefully. It's, you know, realistic battles. If you want to have a lot of kills repeatedly with low effort, you have to play arcade. Although, having said that, you know, the bomber problem in arcade is still a thing, and that's a shame. One of the reasons why I switched to RB. Now, the other thing is that RB actually offers, you know, opportunities, and the duck was never really good in arcade, but it's rather useful in realistic, sometimes even ground forces. So, especially with the 30mm, I make a little bit of evasive actions here, try to bait this F4U1C, but, you know, he zooms through. Rather smart for an American pilot. Now, if I, you know, try to bash American pilots, I'm talking about the players flying American planes, not really trying in the first place. I'm not really, you know, trying to bash your American citizens. No. I, you know, just want to point out that a lot of people don't believe in the victory in the first place when they just jump into a battle in an American plane, which sometimes then leads to absurd behavior. But this guy claims a kill on a Focke-Wulf. I try to hammer in him, I get some machine gun hits into him, and now the dance begins. Now he actually goes into a vertical engagement and I can't follow him there. I sometimes can pull off surprising maneuvers in a horizontal engagement, but now he tries to scissor me. The only thing that I can barely keep up, and I know where he's coming, but you can see the plane is almost falling out of the sky. And now, can I pull up? No, not really. I tried for a moment, but now, you know, I realize I have to try to hold a little bit of energy. And you can see this plane really doesn't accelerate. It doesn't have a very good energy retention. It's just too heavy. But now, can we do it? Can we do it? Machine gun hits, and there he goes. His plane falls apart. That was an ace. That was an ace. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just like that. How did I do that? Well, I was in an unexpected place, in an unexpected plane, therefore, and people did not really feel or know how to engage me. So I had the factor of kind of surprise. Also, this plane is fully upgraded. I know what I'm doing. This is not the first time I'm pulling this off. And I had teammates around me. And the enemy team, you know, kind of supported me in making this ace. It's a bit, it's hard to say it like that. But if the enemies would have kept their altitude, if they would have not gone into a scissor fight or head-on, I think I would not have made a single kill. Now there you can see the beautiful engine flames again. The exhaust pipes are directly facing into the camera position, so you have the perfect view, so to speak. Now I'm going back to base, and that gives me the opportunity to insert a little plane review. First, the armor. Well, the engines are a little bit protected, the pilot is a bit protected, 2mm, 12mm from the front, and the bottom, 2mm from the rear. Windows don't count, but then we have 6mm of window frames, and the frontal plate is 75mm, and upper plate is 40mm of bulletproof glass. Interior, well, you have two rather weak engines, those GNOME own Baumuster 14M 14-cylinder radial engines, and well, then we have the cooling system that gets damaged rather easily, so your lifetime in combat is actually limited because the engines lose a lot of performance rather fast. The fuel tanks here in the wing roots and here on the back of the pilot, together with the cables, the traction of control surfaces, well, that's rather durable, like the weapon system. So that's the plane itself. Let's have a quick look at the upgrades, and we can see that the default weapon system are two 7.92 machine guns with 2000 rounds. I prefer the universal belt. For the 20mm you have two 20mm guns, MG151s with 500 rounds in total, so that's quite a bit. Depending on what you actually want to shoot, you have to select the belt. Either air targets, stealth or armored targets are what I recommend. Then you have three additional armaments. We have one 37mm Bordkanone 3,7 cm with just 12 rounds. I just used it once in arcade and never touched it again. Wouldn't recommend it. Then four 50kg bombs, really not worth it. And then also one 30mm MK103 cannon with 100 rounds, and there we have the interesting belt. The default belt and the air target belt are rather similar, just one additional mine shell for the air target belt. Then the very interesting belt is the armored targets with 95mm of penetration, but at 500-meter distance it's like 85mm, so with this you can crack some light pillboxes and tanks. But the gun is rather inaccurate, so be careful how you shoot the enemy, although the gun is also mounted under the plane. And we also have the stealth belt, which is probably the best belt for hunting bombers, but for that the overall performance of the plane is not good enough. And that finally brings us to the landing, and funnily enough, I land right next to a Focke-Wulf 190 F8. So that's it for this match actually, and yeah, the last bomber was then shot down by the Focke-Wulf 190 over their airfield, and by the time I started it was all over. So let's have a quick look at the post-battle results. So, for our 5 kills and 1 assist, we got whopping 139,000 silver lines and over 10,000 research points. And by the time the battle has ended, I was actually the last man standing, so quite a nice result as well there, although the award wasn't given to me. At least I was survivor. So, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this battle and found it as amusing as I found it amusing to play. And give this video a like if it did. Subscribe if you want to see more. And we will see each other in the skies of War Thunder.